Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Wednesday, February 8th if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's a timeless reading. It's going to be a 3-card collective reading that I do every day, so you can watch me consecutively, or it can be for whenever you stumble upon it. It can be a timeless reading too, so if you're here in one of those scenarios, welcome. And I'm about to shuffle this beautiful deck. It's the Final Rose Tarot. I've been using this deck every day, gearing up towards Valentine's Day and getting different stories coming out. And yesterday we just had another proposal. So, I mean, engagements left and right. So let's get a shuffle here going. A little bit more. I used to just take from the top, but I'm going to take from the bottom. Now let's see if the mansion's still on the bottom. No, the Ace of Roses, that's good. Okay. What do we have? 3 of Rings. Okay, so this could be a few days ago we had the rings, 3 of Rings come in, and maybe this is the continuation of your story. You might find yourself in different readings. Okay. Or not at all, but anyway, for fun. Yeah, you can use this as entertainment or as an actual message coming out, either way. So this is the 8 of Rings. The camera guy, that's very interesting with the 3 of Rings. Let's see what else. Oh, and the 5 of Mirrors, Tattletale. Okay, I feel like the story that we had about that friend that's trying to outshine you, try to be in the spotlight, or maybe it's you, but something's going on here. Somebody in a group of friends is being spied on. Let's zoom in and let's find out. I also kind of got from the 8 of Rings sort of a social media influencer. Yeah, we had that a little bit come out 2 days ago. The one that says "You Do You," the titled "You Do You." So if if you were wondering what was happening from that story, I mean, it could be going off in different directions. But here's something. So yeah, we have that vroom 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 of the motorcycle. So it feels like 3 of Rings is like a competition, and everyone wants to be the center of attention. And this is an opportunity to perform your dream queen, or perform, or to be, or to shine, or to show off. Put your talents on display, present your skills, and like tap into your strengths. This is not what you do when you're with the person that you love, but this is kind of to get the attention of the person that you're interested in, and they're looking at you. So someplace you could be doing, your influencer job, or you could be just posting really pretty pictures of yourself or something like that. But anyway, you're still standing out. You also have sort of a bit of competitiveness, but I think it's just friendly. It's just, or maybe somebody's trying to compete against you, and you're outshining without any effort. You have a very beautiful, outgoing personality and appearance that just naturally outshines. And so you're not here to fit in, but at the same time, you don't want to be a show off. But I feel like Spirit's saying it's okay to be proud of who you are and show your abilities and show your skills. Don't hide your skills because you're worried about rubbing other people the wrong way or ruffling feathers or whatever. That's their issue to deal with, right? So but also there is a sense of working together. So, right, if you sometimes if you stand alone and you stand sort of superior or smarter than everybody else, it can be hard to work with other people who don't feel like that you're listening or whatever. But I feel like you are a good team player. It could be just other people's perceptions. So we have to have a good communication here when you're working with other people. So in workplace, I feel very strongly that you have some amazing ideas. You're doing a really good job. Some people notice you and think, yeah, and other people could be jealous. And those people that are jealous, there's nothing you can do about it except and maybe reach out to them in a friendly way and and tell them how great you think their ideas are. Everybody has their place and everybody can fit in their ideas in the big picture. It doesn't have to be a competition. So maybe a bit of communicating about those kind of feelings. Yeah, being sensitive to other people's feelings. It's not actually here, those set of words, but I think that's spirit coming through. So the Eight of Rings, the camera guy, there is this feeling of, daily work, day in, day out, plugging away, showing great things. This could be you filming things. This could be your work. Like you could be the one behind the scenes, or you could be a reporter and you work every day with a person who films you. There could be a relationship forming between. I see a lot of reporting. Tattletale could be part of this reporting. So maybe if you're not a reporter, maybe that's something you might like to get into. But this is about daily mastery, about daily doing something that you're feeling good at, and putting hard work. And it's not always visible because the camera guy is behind the scenes. So maybe there's a love budding here. I think there is, because we started off like who's getting the attention and you're just standing out from the crowd, and what happens is there's a person that's behind the scenes that works with you or sees you in social media or something, or is your cameraman or is your producer, or works with you somehow, that's really going to take notice. But he's not in the limelight. Like he prefers to be in the background. And you can switch. It's not gender specific. You can change it up according to what resonates with you, if it resonates. But I feel like you could be the camera guy, or somebody you're working with is somebody who's just really equipped to deal with challenges every day, handle things with ease. A person who has a lot of tools in their belt. they're a master. They're perfection. They got great skills, and they're consistent, and they're really good. Like this is the person that always shows up to work and is always on time and dependable, and things like that. So the tattletale, the Five of Mirrors, can represent somebody who's trying to either expose something or someone, or it very feels very much like the reporter energy. So if you are the reporter and you have your camera guy and you go on to the scene of some kind of crime or something, you're telling on the people who did the wrongdoing to the in a news situation, news story. It could be like my friend, not my friend. He's not my friend, but I see him as if, like a friendly face. Those people that you see daily on the social media, like TikToks and Instagrams and stuff, that report on things. The influencers, the people who bring to light the wrongdoings of others. There's one girl who's funny, and I didn't initially like her because she mocks and laughs, but she mocks and laughs at the really, really low level energy people. Maybe it's still not the right thing to do, but I still kind of like her because it's just she's really highlighting the ignorance and highlighting the low energy, to low in the toxicity of some people, and how not to be, and how these people are bringing down society instead of leveling up the vibration. Anyway, I don't know if it's necessarily leveling the vibration to mock other people, but it's still, there's something there. So I think maybe it's your approach. Like, how are you going to do this? How are you going to bring the truth out? How are you going to tell people? How are you going to expose? There could be a nice behind the scenes way of doing it, face to face, one on one, talking to people. Or there could be an embarrassing way where you spit it out in front of others and shame somebody. And that, in some cases may be necessary, and sometimes if you don't know the whole picture about somebody and you just jump on the thing that you think they did wrong and then you shame them in front of others, then you later you find out that actually they had this and this going on, then that becomes to me a problem. So I feel like before you tell on anyone, like a whistleblower, you really got to know what's going on. But there could be like a whistleblower energy here. There is a sense of scheming on the negative end, right? There could be the gossips and the naysayers and the trolls and those kind of people. And those are the people that you just have to ignore. But yeah, in the big picture, if you see yourself as this person, which I doubt, because I know my sparkles of light are good people, but if you see yourself as the tattletale, or if you feel guilty about saying something, just kind of assess it, be aware of how you did it, and if you and what your motivations were. But other people could be doing it too, and in the long run, the tattletales get sent home. Stirring up drama on purpose to throw people under the bus, or to add to the strife for the competition. That's a bad idea. And to be honest, the truth always comes out. Always comes out. So whoever this is, you could be the one who's being talked about by the tattletale. So be mindful how you handle this conflict. Go ahead and own up to wrongdoings. Don't fight fire with fire. Defend yourself if you're wrong. If you're the one being wronged, surely defend yourself. But choose a peaceful path and act with integrity. That's the best thing here. And I think too, just going back to what I felt from the Three of Rings, if there's somebody that's jealous of you, there's really nothing you can do about their jealousy. That's on them. They have to deal with their own issues themselves. But there are ways that you can reach out to them and not engage in conflict with them or fight with them, but reach out to them and show them maybe a little bit about where you've been and how you struggled to get where you are, and that you didn't always have it so easy and things like that. A lot of people who are jealous just assume other people are so lucky or so much luckier than them, or so much, have so many more blessings, or whatever the case may be. And it might be helpful in this situation to open up to that person and let them know who you really are. Otherwise, you're not responsible for their feelings, so you just be you. It goes back to the reading that I had a couple of days ago. You do you. I mean, just keep doing you, but be aware and conscious of yourself, and do things for the right reasons, and be conscious of your motivations. And don't be the tattletale, but if somebody's tattling on you, you can approach them, you can defend yourself, you can reach out to them. If it's one of those troll-like people, robots, and that's just something you can't really control. The only thing you can really do, like, let's say, for instance, my channel, when bots or just trolly people come out and they comment under my video, and they're not really doing it to make any kind of conversation. They're just doing it to cause an annoyance, a disturbance of some sort. Then I just delete that, you know. But if it's somebody who truly wants a conversation, I'll talk to somebody. But if it's somebody who's, you can tell, but because if the question's very redundant, or it's just a bunch of, it's not even a question, it's a bunch of, you know, hate words or whatever, then that's, yeah, definitely let that go. It doesn't mean anything. It's just somebody trying to be disruptive. Don't let it affect you. But anyway, underneath that all, there seems to be a connection, somebody keeping an eye on you, interested in you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. And then there is a third possibility here. Somebody's watching you and somebody's telling on the guy that's watching you, saying, hey, did you know that I saw him on his phone and he was looking at so and so? Maybe something like that coming up too. So be aware of that. Keep your electronic devices close to you and your passwords safe and all of that. All right. So I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.